Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about Paytm interview experience. So let's get started. Here is the overview of the Paytm interview experience. The profile offered is software engineer and it has four rounds to qualify. And first round is the online coding assessment, which is of 70 minutes. Second round is technical interview and is third round is also a technical interview, and lastly HR interview. And then we have the online test first round. It will be having 3 coding questions to be solved within 70 minutes. Function snippets were to be completed with the restriction of not using any inbuilt functions. So mere C code as expected. Only C language is acceptable in the coding. The first 2 questions were easy while the last one is medium. And then it will be the second technical interview 1. After joining the call, we introduced each other and the interview started with a coding problem. And the first question is on the leetcode, which is to rotate the array. We have to search in a rotated array, and the link will be provided in the description. Thank you. And next, I gave brute force and took some time before I came up with an intuition of searching the minimum element and applying a two-way binary search. He told me to code a working solution and asked me to run the solution for a few test cases, which left me far less time. And then we have gone to the second question, and it's just a zigzag traversal of a tree, and the code link will be given in the description, which is on the leetcode. I quickly wrote the code, and he seemed fairly satisfied. And then technical interview 2. After the introduction, he screened my resume, and he asked me for an in-depth explanation of my internship project, the purpose of the project, the architecture involved, and the challenges faced. And I have answered all the questions with clear-cut clarity. He then asked me a very basic coding question and then moved on to find a cycle in the linked list. And it's pretty simple question to be asked, and we'll have to find the loop in the linked list. He then asked me to think of multiple approaches, and here is where reading complete articles on GFG helped. GFG is nothing but Geeks for Geeks. It's an article given by the Geeks for Geeks, which helped me a lot to solve this question. And he then asked me queries in the DBMS. And then finally HR round. I received a call from HR and was asked to introduce myself. Later, he noticed my projects and the motive and time lapse behind each of the projects. He then asked one of the most popular questions: why would you want to join us? And I replied emphasizingly, the learnings one will be exposed to working in a startup environment, also adding usefulness of brand value. He then asked me if I have any questions for him, and having a short discussion on the company's work culture, technologies used, news stocks in case of Paytm, etc. Always leave a better remark at the end of the conversation. And the topics they are concentrated on: data structures and algorithms, internship and personal projects, computer science fundamentals, especially on OS and DBMS. And thank you guys. Please subscribe and share.